Yes, people, welcome back to another video tonight. I mean, it's not Wednesday night, it's Sunday night, but I'm doing a fans forum with Chip Az and Billy. Evening to you guys.
Evening, John. Evening, everyone.
Oh, hello.
Evening to you as well. And hope Jason coming to cut soon. Maybe he's a bit busy, but if the video, please smash the likes up and do subscribe if you're new. And also, I might have forgot to say to Paul, thanks for the donation as well earlier on, mate. I really appreciate that guy. Thank you very much indeed. And Ryan from the last night, please thanks for your donation too. Yeah, I mean, before we talk about the game on Tuesday, right, I want to talk about Gabby Agbonlahor as well. I mean, he's been on the social media. I don't know if you've seen it, guys, but honestly, man, I think it's a slap in the face for all Newcastle fans. And also, I'm disappointed for Lindsay Hipgrave as well, by the way, because she should have cut in there and told him what for. I mean, he's basically saying that if you earn 40 grand, if you offer 40 grand to play for Newcastle or 30 grand to play for Brentford, you go to Brentford, right? And I tell you what, the Newcastle fans, over the tweets I've been getting received, so I'm not very happy about it. And one or two people come and say, they all rather go to London, right? Because it's better weather. Excuse me, you get good and bad everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I mean, I'll start with you, Chip Az. What do you think of Gabby's comments on saying that he'd rather play with Brentford than Newcastle and also dissing Newcastle? This guy, for me, in my opinion, is an absolute muppet to come up and say that. What's your take, mate?
Well, I'm falling with him because he's quite dirty bitch. I'm absolutely falling with him because he's basically slagged the city off there. He's basically telling people the Mabu football now, basically that nobody wants to come here or anything.
Yeah.
No offense, but he wants to go to Birmingham where he lives. It's not much of a flipping upgrade, is it? I mean, Jesus Christ, if anything, it's a downgrade. But
It is.
I just think he should keep his mouth shut, really, because he'll never step foot in Newcastle because he's a coward and he's happy to hide behind a microphone and slag off, but he'll never confront me or come on a podcast to hear Newcastle fans or anything. So he can just fuck off. I'm sick of him. I mean, I've tweeted him myself saying, "Come and see that, come and see it in my face. If you're gonna slag this place off that I live in." No. Of course he'll not say anything, but it's big of him to do behind a microphone. But in person he wouldn't see it. So
yeah.
I'm just disappointed that they're letting him spout that shite when if we see anything bad, then we get absolutely sword for it, So
yeah, I totally agree. I know you're disappointed with Lindsay Hipgrave allowing him to speak. She done better being in Newcastle as herself. Come in and say, "Whoa, hang on a minute, you cannot go and say that."
Yeah, I see Jeff Stelling jumped straight onto it and said that he's talking out of his arse as well. So I just think he's just a cunt. Simple as.
Very disappointed, and well, I'm not surprised it comes out of comments like that sort of thing. Billy, what's your take? I mean, Chip has just said a fair comment there, sort of thing, by the way. And what's your take on it? I mean, and also Lindsay, she cold stepped in and said, "Whoa, hang on a minute, you can't come on and see her."
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed, Lindsay, as you say, being a Newcastle lass and a supporter of the club. But Gabby Agbonlahor was a bang average. If he could get to them heights, player. Lord knows why he's got a voice in the media because he's awful at that as well. And it says something where Jamie O'Hara takes moral high ground over Gabby Agbonlahor because he's in the same kind of ilk, but even he kind of told him, talking nonsense, mate. And it's just a nonsense comment. But that's what TalkSport's about. It's about rolling people up to phone in on the £2 a minute lines to listen to it, and that's the job that they know who to pick on. We need to target because we will bite back and we will bite our corner, and that's what they want. They want people to ring in and making these preposterous comments is a way of doing it for them. So, Gabby Agbonlahor was a shit player. He's a shit pundit. You couldn't make a fucking sandwich out of what you got between his ears. Bloke's an absolute arsehole and just take no notice of him.
This is what he's come out and said. He said, if you offer someone 40k a week for Newcastle or 30k to play for Brentford, they'll pick Brentford. Because let's be honest, people don't want to live in Newcastle. And for him to come up and say that, it's an absolute slap in the face. If you said that, and I'm sorry, Chip, I'm going to say it, if you said that in Italy, sort of thing, then I'm sorry, I'm going to say he's going to get lynched. I'm telling you, he will get absolutely lynched. Come on like that. So my advice to Gabby is to keep his mouth firmly shut because he is not popular around Newcastle. And Dublin, even to you, hope you're okay, mate.
I'm good. Good. How are you?
I'm champion, not for bad. Just talking about, I don't know if you've seen on social media or heard that Gabby Agbonlahor come out and said that the players will not live in Newcastle. He's dissing Newcastle out. The comment I've just read saying that if you earn 40k in Newcastle and 30k at Brentford, I choose Brentford. He's dissing out Newcastle. What's your take on it, mate?
Well, I think Newcastle's the best city in England. That's why I go over there. I've been over there. I'm going over in the morning, so that'd be like the third or fourth time since October. I love the spot. Like you can do anything. You can walk around the whole place. It's very similar to Dublin in a way as well. Just that you have a lot bigger hills. And if you can kill you.
I totally agree. I mean, do you think these TV pundits such as him, O'Hara, and Parla come out and dissing at Newcastle every single time? I mean, excuse me, since Steve Bruce has been sacked, they really turned the screw. They really have turned the screw in Newcastle.
Yeah, they're just trolling. They're literally just paid trolls. They're just to get clicks and get views. They know what's going to put push the buttons to get a reaction out of people. And you just have to realize it. You just don't take the bait. As Jeff Stelling was saying, he said, don't take the bait, lads. He's only trying to wind you up.
That's what they want. That's what they want, the Newcastle sort of thing, because they know we're so easy to wind up sort of thing. We're going to bite back and just going to laugh at us sort of thing. And they're just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. That's why they're not going to get legends such as Warren Barton and Rob Lee or some of the Gabby Ginola. They do come on Talk Sport, but they don't say much on Newcastle because they know they're going to get wrong with it sort of thing, Chip as.
Oh, do you not remember Ginola on Sky when one of the presenters started laughing when he says, "Do people want to live in Newcastle?" And he goes, "Don't laugh." Ginola took it personal. And he goes, "Don't be laughing at that." That was he sticks up for Newcastle all the time.
Yeah, man.
He loved it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. You can't go around just in Newcastle. There's some wonderful cities. It's not just in Newcastle. Don't get us wrong. London's a nice city, but I wouldn't say it's the or end or sort of thing. I'd choose Rome as better city than London any time of the year. You look at the UK. You got some cities. You got Liverpool's a nice city. Manchester's a nice city. You got Leeds. You got all these places as well. Do you know what I mean? Howe. Just these pundits now need to be careful what they're saying because one of these days we are going to fight back, Chip as. And I tell you something, it will not be pleased. I mean, it's going to be a Twitter meltdown as well.
Well, he's not going to step foot in Newcastle, is he? I mean, because he's just a dick. Because if he does, people will tell him where to go. But, it's all right for them to spout absolute crap. But as soon as we get spouted crap, we're deluded by all this for all that. But yeah, he can get away with it.
Yeah, just totally agree. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I got some comments, by the way, as well, before I come to my guy, Billy. I mean, even John Rowe, hope you're okay, Jack. I'll finish work in 30 minutes. I should be on a bit later. That's fine. You just come when you want to come on, Ryan Beat. I know you got plenty to say on this. I hear John clapping Bianca's cheeks from here. I got even George from Thomas in Denmark. And also, as well, I hope, Gabby, remember these names. Ginola, Clivert, Aspila, Lee, Wave, Robert, Hammond, Haman. I think these players will want to move to Newcastle. They have. I mean, okay, Haman only lasted a season with us. Do you know what I mean? Even Clivert as well. But they enjoyed the time at Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. I mean, Billy, all these players I mentioned, they played for Newcastle with great distinction. I mean, Clivert, no.
There's lots of them. You go back years. Malcolm McDonald. There's loads and loads of players that have come to Newcastle, enjoyed the time. Some have even settled there, like Malcolm McDonald. So Gabby Agbonlahor sitting in Birmingham was hardly in a great position to slag off other cities. Even the Rats wear overalls in fucking Birmingham. It's an absolute shit tip.
Yeah.
It's an absolute shit tip. That Germany dropped a bomb on Birmingham in the Second World War and caused £2 million with improvement to the place. It's an absolute shit tip. You just don't talk about such a fantastic city as Newcastle upon Tyne when you live in Birmingham. It's simple as that. And as I say, he's just trying to make himself relevant. He was a shit footballer who had one asset, and that was pace. Couldn't hit a barn door with a cow's ass with a banjo when he was in front of goal. The bloke was a shit footballer. He's a shit pundit. And
he was like Obertan. That's all he had, pace.
Yeah, that's basically it. He built his muscle up and lost that as well. And at the end of it, Steve Bruce wasn't even picking him, so that's kind of how shit he was.
I tell you one thing, I don't see top players clambering to go and play for Aston Villa and live in Birmingham. Do you?
Thing is though, Chippers, Villa are a big club, right? I mean, they won the European Cup of Champions or European Cup '82. Yeah, they are a big club. A lot of people don't realise that. Now, Stevie G is there now. I still think they want to play for Villa under Stevie G. Yeah, but the thing is, though, I mean, you're right. They're not going to be clever to play for Villa at this moment in time. I just can't see it. But
I'm sorry, sorry, John. I'll let you continue, and I'll obviously.
I mean, could be wrong, but at the end of the day, right? I mean, Stevie G is there. That can attract players. I think Villa can attract the players to come and play for Stevie G because they are a big club. Yeah, but if it comes between Newcastle and Villa, you have to come to Newcastle because we are more historic.
If players listen to what our owners have said, within 5-10 years, we're going to be challenging for titles, or Villa going to be doing that? No. So where would you want to play? I would literally take a year in the Championship to come back up to get us challenging again, if that's what it meant, to literally win something, rather than mid-table average Villa. That's what they're going to be, mid-table. They're not going to win anything in that, Gerard. I'm sorry, but the SPL, no offence, I know you're supposed to that, but it's not. It's a two-team league. It's not competitive. It's not. It's like the SPL to me is the equivalent of the Championship. That's the level of it. I'm not being disrespectful or anything, but whenever they're going against the Premier League sides or they're going to the Champions League, they're going to them leagues, they struggle because they're not at that level. If you get what I mean. And Gerald, I don't think they're at that level.
But at least with the Championship, you never know who's going to win it. Like the Championship actually has a bit more randomness to it. Like it's a great. I don't think the Championship actually is a great league. Like you go into a season not knowing who's going to win it. Like one win can fucking move you up the table a good chunk. It can be very competitive. Now, fair enough. Like you have the teams that aren't going to get out of it, but they're not going to drop out of it as well. But I do like Championship football as well, and it's a bit more physical than like the Premiership. But yeah, like I get what you're saying though. The Scottish League it's like what Spain was for good amount of time. Like
I will take issue with the Villa thing though, John. Their history is just as big as ours, if not bigger, actually. They've won the FA Cup more than us. They've won the League Cup on 4 or 5 occasions. They've won the league, but more than us. They've won the European Cup. They've got a massive history. But you look at future, ours is much brighter than theirs. Even though we're bottom of the table, we've got something coming to us that's really massive.
Yeah, so I was going to say now, if I'm a player now, I don't look at what a team won 30 or 40 years ago. I look at what they're going to win in the future.
Yeah, going for us on today. I've got some more comments flying through as well before we come on to continue talking about Villa and Gabby. Only 7 goals by Saturday. Russ Wilson wasn't yellow carded.
I disagree with that. I wish he had been, because he now might miss the Burnley game, which I think is more crucial than the Norwich one, because I think we can beat them without him.
Has he got 4 bookings this season, Callum?
Yeah. But I think we can beat Norwich without Wilson. Well, I don't think we can beat Burnley without him. So, swings and roundabouts.
We definitely need him for Burnley. So
I do think Lascelles being banned is a blessing in disguise, though.
Correct. Totally.
Him and Richie being out will be, hopefully, it's a bit of a good thing rather than a bad thing.
Yeah, but like Richie has use. Like I know, fair enough. Maybe not as back in the wings or anything like that, but like he's useful because you can play him in multiple multiple roles. Like he can go out on the wing up the front as well. Like that's what he was in the Championship now. But like if we're desperate, but like I'd rather have Richie on the bench than Lascelles at the minute. Like.
They'll miss Richie's passion for certain, and his ability to G the players up. But it's whether he moves Fraser over to the left side and puts Murphy in on the right, which might not be a bad thing against Norwich because we really want to be going at them for 90 minutes, don't we? So it might be a blessing in disguise.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, Lascelles has been poor out this season for me, and Richie for me. I just don't want to see him play for Newcastle again because, let's be real, I just don't think he's good enough. I mean, I don't want to see wing backs as well, by the way, as well. I'd rather play a flat back four. I'd rather see that and just change it up. It's been the back three all season. I want to see a flat back four. But I'll trust Eddie, and I like Eddie. I'm going to come to him later on. So I'm going to flag these comments, by the way. This is from Thomas. He said, my favourite city in the world is my native Copenhagen. The Newcastle is for absolute sure my soul city. I freaking love the place. Good man, Thomas. Hopefully we get to see Lewis and Fernandes on Tuesday. And then
I think we'll see Lewis. I don't think we'll see Fernandes.
And
we heard the rumours about Fernandes and Jones' wife or something, was it?
It's very worrying, isn't it? They need to be sorted out very, very soon. It needs to come out at the person say, look, this is what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Don't keep the fans in the dark. Tell us what's going on. Because at the end of the day, we will find out sooner rather than later. So I've got Gabby, you can bore a glass eye to sleep. That just sums it up to Norwich. The best thing to come to Birmingham is a train or plane on the motorway. I got I got Rosalind as well. Do subscribe to us all since you first come on the channel. How come I could give an opinion on Newcastle? And listen to this here. I said the same on TalkSport website, and one answer you probably have cleared there. Totally agree. And she continued that playing a game is completely different than living up here. I totally agree with you, mate. The weather in tune is the same as in here. I mean, I'll look at the comments down the tweet saying that the partners rather live in London sort of thing because of better weather. Excuse me, you get different weathers every single day. What has the weather got to do with playing your football, man? Excuse me.
Sure, you get 4 seasons in a day over here in Ireland.
You do.
I mean, it's all right to choosing between like Sevilla and Newcastle or Rome and Newcastle. Not fucking London and Newcastle. The weather is different, obviously, abroad, but not in Britain, not in England. I mean,
it's cold,
it's snow outside now in Coventry.
Yeah, if you're cold, you just put a fucking pair of gloves on, man, the fuck up.
Exactly. Totally. I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny, right? But one thing I'm going to say, right? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it gets cold in London now. It's snowing in Liverpool, snowing in wherever you're at, sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's not snowing there yet. It doesn't matter, sort of thing. Simple as that. Even in northern Italy, it's going to be freezing when I go to Milan on Friday week. It's going to be freezing cold. That's why I've got a jacket today. But I can handle the cold. But just going to go.
Where are you on holidays again, John?
I'm off to Milan on Friday week. I'm going there for 5 days. I'm going to Jeddah for one night, and then I'll come straight back on a Saturday to Milan from Saturday to Wednesday. So, yeah.
All right, enjoy.
Thanks very much. I mean, let's hope there's no more COVID rules at the minute, so it'd be very interesting. I've got Paul Andy as well. He's come out, and I don't know if you agree with this one. I'll go with you, Billy. People have short memories saying we should play Lewis. I have my say on that first, Paul, right? The guy's a talent. He's not been getting the game, right? He's not been given a chance. He put Kies in his back pocket the other week, right, against Italy, right? And this guy is absolutely, it's going to come good, but he needs games. But if he's not put on Tuesday, right, I'll say, yo, listen, mate, get yourself a new club in January, mate, because I don't want you sitting on the bench.
And he was dropped on the back of a bad performance against Brighton, where the whole team was awful. 2 weeks before that, we played Everton. He was absolutely outstanding. You know, created one of the goals, defended superbly, up and down the touchline all day. Yeah, he's got such a lot of talent. And Steve Bruce kind of threw him under the bus when that Brighton result happened. I mean, any of those 11 players could have been dropped for weeks. The only one that was Jamal Lewis. And now I think it's time we had another chance because, as you say, for Northern Ireland against Italy the other week, he was absolutely outstanding. Had Kuwait in his pocket. Was dangerous going forward at every opportunity. And looked a real threat. And yeah, he looks a hell of a player. and especially as we're playing against his former club as well, which will kind of give him another G up. So get him in.
Yeah, give the guy a chance. Give the guy, see what he does. And at the end of the day, let's be real, I think he's going to be decent. He needs a long game. He needs about 10 games. But for me, I mean, Richie's done at Newcastle. It has been done this season, let's be real. But at the end of the day, he's not a left wing back. Not for me. I totally agree. I've got no Billy Bedworth. That's from Carl.
Bedworth's up the road for me. It's about 2 miles from where I live. It's probably a bigger shithole than Birmingham, actually. Probably right.
Yeah, I've heard of Bedworth anyway, but heard of it, but heard about it. But there you go. I've got Man City playing in Blizzard. Good players can. Gabby was a shite player. Totally agree, Abs. Is that Milan or Milan? Or because I'll go to Milan, I'll say Milan because it's nice to learn Italian as well, which I do try. But at the moment in time, you just got to do the best you can. So
Milano.
So just don't expect to go to Milan, Rome, and places and expect to speak English because they will not understand in English. Some people, so just respect them, by the way, because I do.
Respect them.
No comment. Yeah, I know it's one of former great partnership. It never happened. That's down to Steve Boost, by the way. Do you think pundits go on in other countries and certain clubs the way British pundits go on at us? I don't think they will,
Doubt it. Doubt it very much.
No.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, these pundits here, especially on Talk Sport, they're just bang average players. I mean, what has Jeremy O'Hara won the Premier League? No. Has Gabby won the Premier League? No. As Parler has, you know what I mean? But Carlton Cole, another one, he just at Newcastle at the end of the day. Howe, man.
Can't control. That is what he's known as, when he can't control.
Exactly. Not Carlton Cole, can't control. Can't you call? Big up to you, my guy, and evening to you, Lee. Hope you're here, man. And who's better than that? Nah, never gonna happen. I'm not gonna say that. No. But I want to talk about now. I want to talk about Tuesday's game, the game between Newcastle and Norwich at home. Amazon TV, start with YouTube as and this is the game. I think we should all know it's a must-win game.
Oh, it's a cup final, right? It's a game we can't lose. Lose or draw. For lose or draw, we're absolutely screwed. This week is literally like by 4:50 on Saturday. We don't know where we're going to be next season. That's frightening because it's still only was it 15 games? I mean, I know it's still a long way to go, but it's not good if you haven't won any of your first 15 games. So it's a must win. Simple as that. We couldn't give a shit how we do it. Just it's a must win.
But it have to be. It's a must win game, and I totally agree with you. It's the next 7 days going to tell us where we're going to be. The press conference is going to be interesting. Eddie Howland tomorrow, sort of. I'll be back on that tomorrow around about 6:30, 7:15. So please check us out for that. And it's just, I mean, I listened to Roy Jellings today, a Chelsea fan, really, saying that Newcastle United are already relegated. And also he said that Norwich could get something out of the game.
Well, they could, but I just don't see it that way. I think we should be going at them for 90 minutes. They're very, very frail at the back. You give them a chance to play in the game, then they're obviously not going to be defending as much. So we've got to go at them for 90 minutes. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's why I fell off the pedal second half yesterday, because we're saving our legs for Tuesday. That's what I'm kind of hoping. But 90 minutes in the faces for 90 minutes, like we did against Brentford.
Yeah,
cut the silly mistakes out, and we'll beat Norwich convincingly. I think we've got the quality of play to do it. They're very frail at the back. They've got no pace at the back. Tim Coles was a good goalkeeper in his day, but is he at his peak? No, he's over that bit now. And if a defenders can't mark Timu Pukki, then maybe we deserve to go down. So I don't see it. I think we'll win quite convincingly.
Yeah, if we go at them like we went at Brentford, I think, and with the Brav kit in there, it'd be a different story altogether.
Yeah, we definitely need a new goalkeeper in January as well. So if it's back up for Martin and just give it a Darlow. I mean, me personally, I just give him away. I just don't think he's good enough for Newcastle. I mean, his leadership's very poor. He makes mistakes. I watched the goal last week. Oh my God! I mean, it was just this maker's just an absolute joke, and he's just not good enough.
That's what we need. We need more competition for places in our squad. We need to get another good goalkeeper who's going to rival rival the Brav kit and all that. So they have to kind of get better to actually get it into the squad. And like same all over the pitch. We need more because we don't have like two good players for each position. We have one player and then we have one that's like struggling to get a game or they're just like they only play that position like once or twice. You know what I mean? Like,
Hello,
can you hear me?
What on earth's going on here? Oh, he froze. He's froze.
John has.
Yes. Oh, God. Honestly, he's froze. I can't believe
John,
that.
you changed. I was going to go for the camera a minute.
Yeah, my guys. Oh, God, that's unbelievable, That's unbelievable.
God. Sorry about that. It's just exception again. Sorry.
Thought your mum was on the phone.
Don't know. Could be. I don't know. So I've been upstairs, but yeah. Sorry about that. Go again. Dublin. Go again, mate.
I was just saying we need better. We need competition for each position. We need to have like two players that are both around the same level, fighting it out for each position. So then it betters each other instead of having like one player that's pretty good in the position and then another player who might play it as a second position or something like that. Like you need two players for each position at least that are a top quality. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I totally agree. We need competition. That means we need to revamp the team. Start straight away. That's what we need to do. If we don't, we can't go to the championship. If we do go down, we can't go to the championship with these same players. There's no way. But we'll see what happens on that one. This week is literally make or break. Fail to pick up 6 points. We may as well start planning for trips to Millwall. That's according to Lee. Then I've got Abs again, Abby. Gabby comes across a bit slower. It's quick-footed, slow-weighted. Correct. The Cells should never play for the two. Again, these Panthers and Baza. He also added we need a keeper who is good enough to keep the bracket at his feet. Like we did when we had Shea Given and Steve Harper. They were both quality keepers at the time. Joe needs sort of bloody broadband out. Could be to find out out. And LA's I'll be upstairs in a bit. I'm not going to say that on the mic tonight. That Gabby saying he could see no improvement. I'll come to you, Chip. Saying he could see no improvement since Bruce went. Obviously, Howe has 2 weeks of them and had 1 week with COVID. Again, I think Gabby needs to, do his research and needs to keep his mouth shut because he knows full well he had COVID. Yeah, he comes out and says things like that. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to talk sport. Speak to Gabby, right? And just tell him what for. Because this is going to have to stop now.
You need the size 13 up his arse.
Yeah.
He obviously has me watches. I think we have improved. I think we have improved in the 2 games.
It's crazy. But did you hear that, Billy? I mean, he's basically saying, Gabby, he's basically saying that you can see no improvement since Bruce went. Obviously, Howe had 2 weeks of them, 1 week of COVID. He never even mentioned that at all whatsoever. You talk about doing your research.
Yeah, but he knows people will get rattled by that and ring in because they'll be that incensed by what he's saying. And that's what they're after. That's what they're after. That's clickbait. It's radio clickbait, basically. That's what it is. Exactly. But, I mean, if it was someone important saying it or someone relevant saying it, you might take a little bit of notice. But this bloke's an absolute dickwipe who's shit at football, has no brains in his head, and has basically managed to wangle himself onto the radio without any real qualifications to do so. A bit like Clinton, what's his face on Soccer Saturday. What qualifications he got? Clinton Morrison, yeah. What qualifications he got to be on telly? You know, when we used to get pundits, we used to get respected ex-internationals. Now we get the likes of Agbonlahor, O'Hara, Clinton Morrison, Michael Dawson. I mean, the quality of pundits gone way down the pan, hasn't it?
It has, hasn't it? It has. I mean, be like the old school of pundits as well, sort of thing. You know what I mean? This guy is an absolute, honestly, God, he's just an absolute joke. He really is. I mean, what's he doing? Why is he doing? Why is he saying this? I mean, just to sum it up there, Gabby's had his head stuck under Bruce's arse. I totally agree there. Then I've got UK Jack as well. I mean, you might agree with this one, Dublin. I think looking at Eddie's body language yesterday, the team let him down badly. Do you think he has?
I don't like. He's not the type that's going to slate the players out on the media, he'll tear into them when he gets into the what do you call it, the dressing room. Like, but I do think now is really how it start, because he hasn't got to take the train and he hasn't got to properly be there. Like, this is really going to be his first game in charge, if you get me, because like he hasn't had the 12-hour days working with them and all. Fair enough, he had the first day when he started, but then he found out he was fucking COVID or whatever. I don't know how many days it was after that, but yeah, like he will get the time and he'll beat the fucking the message into the players. You need to perform or you're fucking gone.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I think some of these players now as well, excuse me, now we're bottom of the table, they haven't got the passion or the fight to do something about it. Me personally, I say get them out in January. You know what I mean? Get the players going to come in, prepare for the championship if it needs to be. I'll get that lad from Blackburn Rovers plays up front, that Brent Diaz guy from Blackburn. I'll get him.
Diaz.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player. We need someone who's going to rough him up, especially to rough the defence up. That's exactly what you need. And I've seen improvement in Gabby's brilliant since he stopped playing. Totally agree. Everton could be a relegation zone soon with us. We've got to play them next month, and we win that game.
They were tough to watch, aren't they, Everton, at the minute? Good grief. They were
terrible.
I know he's got injuries, but bloody hell, they're really, really negative. He's gone again. He's froze again? No, he ain't.
No, that's fine. That's no problems that are. But it's looking downwards. You're right.
But I mean, you saw last week against Brentford, Eddie Howe had a full week with the team. I know he got took down with COVID on a Friday, but the improvement was absolutely. If you couldn't see that, then you need to go to Specsavers, because the improvement was immense. He hasn't been with the team this week, and consequently, our performance wasn't as good. But I think Eddie Howe's body language might have been something to do with the performance of the referee yesterday, because he was absolutely diabolical.
Oh,
absolutely diabolical.
Wow.
He should be sacked.
Yeah, 3 penalties. Should have 3 penalties yesterday. And he's figured out what was doing for VAR. What were they flipping doing? Did they really care about this is the corrupt football league, corrupt league. But you're right.
I'll be back in 1 second, all right? 1 second.
Okay. Crack on, man. If someone like Alan Shearer come out and say nothing has changed from Bruce to Howe, that's when you would listen. But these pundits took utter nonsense and aren't worth worrying about. Just that. Well said, mate. Well said. Good evening, chaps and chatters. Hope you're well, dear, for the King of Northumberland. Absolutely fine. Just Gabby's ran us up the deer, and the guy is an absolute plum. Totally agree. I don't normally bite, but I did this time. I'm normally just watch or listen. You know what it is, Jocelyn? I don't blame you at all. I can totally understand why you want to get mad about Gabby. You go fit. Eddie Howe, sort of manager, we give the players the hairdryer treatment instead of dissing the players through media platforms. That's how you should do it. Evening to Jules, will be okay, my guy. And hi, John, Dublin, Dear, and Chip, As, and Billy. I hope you're fine. I've got Jesper again. How do you sit down with the players and asking who is up for the fight and whoever isn't, to flush straight down the tank? I totally agree. 200%. I've got Dear Tuesday's live. Tuesday. This game is live on Amazon Prime. If you're unable to go up, I will be able to go mid-stop. We watch it or doing a watch long as well. So enjoy your match day on Tuesday. And that's from Jay. 6 points in the next 2 games is a loss. 4 points is not enough. 40 people watching live, guys. That's absolutely fantastic. So do stick a like on the video. Please smash the likes up as well. And do subscribe. Whoever's listening, if you listen to my channel, please consider subscribing. Which would be much help improve my channel as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to start with you, Chip, as what formation would you play? And who would you play?
I'll be tempted to go 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 or something. Just I would obviously have Dubravka and nets. I would have Shaw, Fernandez. Obviously, it's not going to be Fernandez, but they would be my 2 centre backs. I would have Mankiw and Lewis at defence. ASM one side. I'll possibly even have Jacob Murphy one side, right winger, or Almiron or Fraser out with them 3. Willock and Shelby in centre, and then hang on. You could have Fraser on the right wing. You can maybe have, I don't know, Almiron off Wilson and maybe swap them with ASM or something. Just change, give them a free rule to do what they want, because that's what they're best at. Run the players, give them a chance. Yeah, but obviously I'm not the manager, so I don't know. I'm not the manager. I'm not qualified.
That's fair enough. I totally understand. And I've got Ryan even in the house. How's Ryan? I hope you're okay, mate. Having a fantastic Sunday. So, yeah, I'm going to go with you as well, Billy. I mean, he's going to go 4-4-1-1. That's Chip as. Who you to go with?
Yeah, I'll be tempted with that myself. I don't think he'll drop Joe Linton, though. I think he'll have Joe Linton in there at some place. I know he was pretty poor yesterday, but the week before he was absolutely outstanding. And I think he'll probably get another go, and whether he plays him on the right or behind Wilson, I don't know. But I'll be tempted to go with the flat back four and the kind of players that Chip has mentioned, Shelby, and probably Willock in the middle of the park. I mean, he's due a performance for us, isn't he? He'll just now Willock. You know, he's well past his credit stage now. This season has been pretty bad. So yeah, looking for a performance from him. And ASM also. We can get ASM cooking on full gas. I've seen no problem with us in this game. I really don't. And whether he plays Joe Linton on the right and Almy one behind Wilson, let's go at them. Let's just go at them.
Yeah, we need to. You can't play field at back against Norwich. They'll love that, and then they just really go for the foot. And got Geordie here. Even though this is my starting 11, it'll be Debacker and goal, Makuyo, Clark, Shea, Lewis, Hayden, Shelby, Willock, ASM, Fraser, and Wilson. I'm not sure about Clark, by the way. I'm not sure of him at all whatsoever. So that's going to be Geordie. So what about you, Dublin?
Probably with Lascelles and Richie gone, I think they'll go 4-5-1. I think maybe if the rumours are true about Jones and Fernandez, it won't be Fernandez then. So Kraft has actually been putting in a decent shift the last couple of games. Like, he hasn't standing out because he's doing better, and he hasn't stood out because he hasn't stood out. He's actually doing something all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just blending in the game. But yeah, I want to see attacking football. I do. Like, I want to see like maybe Miggy in 10 out of 10. I'd have what do you call it, ASM, and maybe either Fraser or Joe Linton on the other side, and then Wilson up front, and then Shelby and either Shelby and Hayden or Shelby and Willock.
Me personally, I'll bring back Hayden. Play Hayden, Shelby in the midfield. I know the champs from midfielders, but for me, I mean, Willock has been way off form at the minute. He's way off colour at the minute for me. So I'll definitely play Lewis left back, Mancuso right back, Fabian Shah, and it's got to be Fernandez at the back. But if it's not going to be Fernandez, it's got to be someone else, because I just cannot see Fernandez being in.
Would you go for Kraft over Clark?
I don't rate both whatsoever, but I have to choose Kraft.
Yeah. I'm not sure Kraft would work in a 2 there at the back, maybe in a 3, but not in a 2. Well,
nice. I mean, can Mancuso play at the back? I'm not sure. But it's good enough for it, though. But I'm just going to go through Abby's comments again. I think I might have missed this. And too many turds in the team. We should judge Howe by his signings. It's going to take time, whoever is the manager. I agree. It's going to take a couple of years, to be honest with you. Sort of, it's not a quick fix. You know what I mean? Unless you spend 200 million sort of thing, hoping for the best. And I've got Carl as well, 3-4-3, and go at them big time. He can feet at the back. I reckon Fernandez over Clark. However, I don't see the starting. If Kieran Clark plays, we are done. He is done anyway. No disrespect, but he's finished as a top flight player for me. Lads, do we win Norwich? I'm worried. We have to win that game. I would agree, given the injuries, 4-5-1 seems the best choice. Probably 4-4-1-1, unless you play a 10 role behind Callum Wilson. But Eddie Howe, I can see this point. Eddie Howe has been left with these players. It's like a mechanic being given power and tools, and everyone expects him to do the job. Judge Howe on the signings made during this time at the club. I have to agree there.
That's the problem, though. What kind of shopping list is he going to be using in January? He's left with these players. come January, we could be well adrift. And it's chopping his changes then, isn't it? If he can get a few results out of these players, then it's a different chopping this all together, isn't it?
And the thing is, we have to actually find buyers for some of our players. Like, who wants to buy them?
This is it. We've got some dead players there. We've got some dead players at the club as well. Dead players. Too many to name. The problem is they're not going to come for us. We're lumbered with them for a long time. Look at Joe Linton, £86,000 a week. 86 grand a week he's on, right? And if that's bad enough, right? You got Kraft, 58 grand a week. You got Lascelles, 40 grand a week. Shelby's on 80 grand a week. You know, we got all these players on big wages. It's hard to shift. That is the thing. That is down to the previous regime. I don't know, man. Shocking. I got Ian Bell, my guy Ian. I hope you're okay. Hi, John. You're doing great stuff online. Thank you. I've noticed you from Gossie for my early days. Next time you visit the NUFC, pop in and have a free session. If question at reception, Ian Bell, assistant manager, has sorted. No problems at all, Ian. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that, mate. And
good cricketer as well.
He is, isn't he? Quality. I tell you what, though, he'd be brilliant for the Ashes, though. If he was 30-31, he is.
God, yeah.
You doing the Ashes as well, live with Barra?
All things being well, but I mean, if we're like after the first day, we're all out for about 30, and then they're about 306 without loss. It might go down the pan a bit quick.
Fair enough. I don't blame you. I've got 46 people watching live on my channel. Thank you very much indeed. I mean, we're going to the people on the chat. I really appreciate that. And I haven't said chat for a long time. I'll ban myself on that. But I'm getting there. 47 people watching live. I got Jack Sward. He's got his prediction. Dubaka, McCredo, Shah, Fernandez, and Kraft. And one of those two, Lewis, Fraser, Joe Linton, Shelby, ASM, Anderson, and Wilson. Anderson's a good shout, by the way.
Injured.
Yeah, he got injured in the snow.
Of course, not good. And Abs at the minute, we need to polish off fingers off. And Clark's too slow. And I got Ryan. I don't believe these players are bottom of the league. Definitely some, but it's down to management, everything. And Julie, Eddie Howe could well be shopping in the reduced Jets bargain bin if he can't get a tune out of these players from now until Jan. The thing is, for me, you can get who you want, but it has to be Premiership proven players. Forget the elite players. Forget the talent in Europe. That wait till the summer. Do you know what I mean? You can't bring players in Europe unless you bring in Kieran Trippier for Atletico Madrid. He's the exception because he knows the Premier League. And Philip Coutinho as well. But other those two, cool. But other than that, just don't bring the players in if you've never played in the Premier League. Otherwise,
I think a little bit of it's got to kind of question the owners when they first came into the club. They took quite a long time to get Eddie Howe in when he was the first choice on their list at the beginning. I mean, I wouldn't have given Steve Bruce a sound game. Would have had him out straight away. That cost us a game. And then 2 or 3 weeks with Graham Jones at the helm for them to go around the houses and then come back to their original choice. Yeah, it was. I know they're new to it, but could cost us in the end. Them 3 weeks.
I'm not going to cost the new owner sort of thing, but one thing I will say, they will learn a lot. They will learn a lot from me. And if they're going to get, say, for example, a couple of years' time, decide to sack Ed and get an elite manager in, they must identify who's going to come in very, very quickly and get that manager in. Look at the way of Conte. I mean, Nuno got sacked. Straight away got Conte. Yeah? I mean, Norwich done the same thing. Villa done the same thing, right? Sack them, in they come. Do you know what I mean? No hanging about. Just go for it. Do you know what I mean? But
I think we put it down to an inexperience, but yeah, next time it needs to be a lot more quicker.
Very, very quickly. And I've always said that, if you're going to sack someone or you want to get someone in, do it very, very quickly. Otherwise, we are going to get left behind. Look at the way that other clubs are doing the business very, very quickly. I've got Clark Jamal with directions are not bad, but with bad instructions, then they're useless. First thing a manager needs to do is get to know your captain and if he is doing the job. That's a good point, by the way. Nice got his 11, the back and go. Aquila, Shah, Clark, Lewis, Shelby, Hayden, Amiron, ASM, Joe Linton, Wilson, a 4-4-2 by the looks of it. Got Abs again. Agree. Booth should have been shunted from day one. He should never come to the door. I want him out before he even came in. Do you know what I mean? And to Billy, the thing with Spurs and Conte is that Conte's already held talks with them prior to Nuno. So, Chippers, I want to talk to you about Conte. Right? I mean, they got beat on Thursday night, and then he came out at the press after the match, and he said after 3 weeks he realised the squad's not good enough. Do you think he's tried to come up and say that?
Wait, if that's the case, he's not going to be there long, is he? I mean, they're £100 million in debt, so no offence, but he's not going to get a lot of transfer kitty in January unless he sells Harry Kane. And even that, the clubs might not be bidding as high as what they were for him in the summer, so he's not going to be there long, is he? He'll be lucky to see the season out for me because he'll just not get what he wants and he'll just resign. So,
Yeah,
I thought you were over $1 billion in there.
well, I think it's 800. I think it's around 800, but I think it'll be $1 billion. It'll get to $1 billion.
No, because there was the yoke a while ago, like there was like 1.7 billion or something. They were like, I don't think they're taking into account of everything when they were showing that, because it was like 1.7 billion or something, and like they're in more debt than Barcelona, and they don't bring in half the money that Barcelona bring in. So how the hell are they going? Like they could go bust.
Oh, that's a big shout there. Big claim, Spurs going bust. Wow. I tell you what, though, I mean,
it'd be interesting to see if they got a points deduction. If they did, wouldn't it? If they went into administration, would the Premier League be knocking 12 points off them? You know?
No, but like not just that though. Like they literally, if they don't start getting European football on the regular, how are they going to pay that back? And what happens? What happens if there's like a recession or something and banks start calling in their loans?
I agree.
Not good.
Something should have been done about this now. They should never have been allowed to get into that situation in the first place, in my opinion.
Yeah, how can you, like, fair enough, a couple, like, if you could say you earn 50 million a year profit, you should be able to be in like maybe 200, 300 million debt because you could pay it off in a couple of years or a few years, you know. But I don't know how much they're making. Was it 80 million? Was it 80 million loss or something? Per year?
Something like that. 880 million a season that lost as well, and 800 million in debts as well. So Conte did not realise this at all whatsoever. He wasn't sold. He wasn't sold to it at all. Come out and see it last and say, well, good luck to it, but I'll agree with Chippers. I just cannot see him seeing the season out. I just cannot see it at all whatsoever. And then
the thing is, they haven't stopped spending, have they? I mean, they've spent 55 on Ndombele, like 25 on Emerson Royal, 21 on Brian Gill, 32 on Sergi Reguilon. They're not spending. So why isn't the financial fair play awards coming on them? If they're 1.7 billion £1 in debt, which we believe to be true, and they're still spending it, why haven't the FFP people been in and kind of told them? It's no wonder they wanted the Super League. It's their way out of everything.
and they got caught out. I mean, they get just caught in the act. I mean, Howe, man, that's why they're a bit peed off for the takeover as well, which I may come to later on quickly about the sponsorship. Thoughts on Brighton booing if I think that's ridiculous. I think Graham Potter's doing a fantastic job there. I don't understand. Okay, not winning games, but he's doing okay.
Madness. I'd take his place over being bottom. I tell you that. Brighton don't seem to realise how lucky they are, because for a club that doesn't really have a big budget, they're 8th in the league. Look at the teams that are above. They're not going to go down. Yeah, I mean, they're more chance of getting European football than going down. That tells you how much of a good job he's doing.
Yeah, I'll take A4C. I'll take A4D. I'll take A4D.
Yeah, like imagine we were sitting 8th when we got taken over. Like, you'd be fucking laughing.
Oh, could you imagine that? Wow.
Would still have a chance to win the bloody league.
Yeah.
Don't cross us off at the time, but cross us off in the Premier.
They haven't won for 5 games, have they? They've drew 4 of the last 5 games, haven't they? Brighton needs to think where they've come from. That's what the fans. I mean, it's delusional, and they call us delusional to think that they're not overperforming at the moment. That's the ultimate in delusion, isn't it? Let's be honest. Ridiculous.
They've played the likes of Liverpool and Man City in the recent games as well, so I don't know what people are complaining about. I mean, we're not going to get a draw at Anfield. We're not going to beat Man City at home or get anything off them over. So,
well, saying that though, Newcastle's luck will be to lose the next 2 games, right, and then go out and win against fucking Liverpool and fucking City. Remember we did
Man United.
Yeah. We done it the other season. What was it, 2-0 or 3-0 or something against City when we weren't expected to do it. Like,
totally agree. Totally agree. I read these comments quickly because I'm overflowing. 39 people watching this at the minute. I think that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Maybe we can loan Spurs the billion.
No, tell them to fuck off.
They were after them. They were after that money in the first place. No, they were, weren't they? They wanted to buy Spurs, but they wanted 2 billion more than what they asked for it. What they were offering.
Yeah.
Daniel Levy.
Go cry for me, Daniel Levy.
Yeah, exactly. Got Mr. Nice Guy Bruce is I don't know what that means there.
Yes, you do know what that means.
Exactly.
Tommy Tonka.
And so these guys were for the change things, but he kept Effie thing the same. We caught by Sol and Jan helping him out a bit. He's not going to continue. Cost of the ground at Spurs. Wow, that is huge. And I've got
they mortgaged everything on that ground, and that kind of brought in Champions League football every year. They ain't been in it since, so that's why they're in the shit.
Correct, exactly. Spurs are supposed to have a fit pop owners, so how can they got into this financial mess? That's a flipping good.
Well, no, why? Because the bloody Premier League, the bloody getting backhand as often.
Yeah, ridiculous. It's a madness. I mean, Kianson always offer great legal advice. Corruption is how they pay back. It's called lobbying, just in a football sense. Even to Carlos, who okay, Spurs, you think they would have won something, but now they're getting bad karma for bad business. Yes, bosh, baby. Kane must weep when he sees how great Man City are playing. He should have made the move to Man City, but obviously,
I think he wanted to. I don't think it was down to him. It was down to Levy, wasn't it?
Exactly. He wanted the money. Didn't get the money for it. He wish he took.
He's sulked ever since.
So there you go. You got to make St. James a fortress. Steven said as well. Big up to you, Steven, my guy. Including Fernandez, Lewis can't get again. Jones has clearly points in as well. Steven never offered him a job. Jones out as well. And Jones said Dickie Masters and those found envelopes sent by Dan Levy. Yeah, that just sums up very, very well. You there, Ryan, mate?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Mushy.
Yardy.
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, I don't know if you heard it, I mean, you just joined. Gabby Agbonlahor has come out on Talk Sport, I don't know if you listen, cussing out Newcastle, and he's saying that the player, if you earn 40 grand at Newcastle or 30 grand at Brentford, you choose Brentford. And he also said as well, to be honest, no one don't want to join Newcastle. What's your take on that, mate?
Well, first of all, no disrespect to Brentford, but why would we not be more attractable? The only reason why people would go to Brentford is to live in London. I think that's a bunch of crap from stupid talk sport. That's why I don't really like listening to stuff like that. And I feel like when times are bad for us, we want to listen to these kind of guys, but they just make it worse.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and the thing is as well, this is enough's enough now. I think we as fans now have just had enough. I think we should be complaining to TalkSport. They're not doing that about it, by the way, but something needs to be done. And I'll be getting it as well, saying that I can understand why these partners, people want to live in London. What's the attraction? London ain't the be all and end all. There's more better places than London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously, I'm sure players could have I'm sure players probably got offers to go to Spain. I'm pretty sure there's way better weather in Spain than there is England or all these other places. And it's not like when these players have a day off, they have to travel all the way across North America to go some city. Europe, everything's close to each other. So I don't get this whole thing of players wanting to move to cities that have good stuff outside of football. You're there, why does it matter where you're playing? You should be focusing on your club.
Yeah, man. So what do you think of that, Billy? Do you think Ryan's right there?
Yeah, totally. You're there to play football. I mean, you haven't got to live there forever. Football's a business where you can be moving around all over the place. But irrespective of that, Newcastle doesn't fit that description that Agbonlahor was given anyway. Newcastle upon Tyne's a fantastic city. It's a beautiful city.
To be honest too, if I had the choice to live in England, I'd probably live up north because it looks way more quieter than it is down in London, where it's all packed. there's more people in that city than there is in my country.
Yeah, like if you paid me 40 grand a month, I'd no matter how cold the fucking Newcastle was, I'd play fucking football in the fucking nip if I had to.
Yeah.
Butt naked out in the fucking St. James's Park in front of 52,000.
If that was the
I'd fucking do
logic,
it.
people would go to South America or Africa to play football.
That's it. I mean, Newcastle's a vibrant city in the city itself, but you haven't got to go far to find beautiful countryside. And if that's the way you want to live, you've got all that surrounding the city. It's got everything.
Like
you can't say that about bloody Birmingham, where Agbonlahor lives. That's got a stinking canal running through it, and nothing else. And people that speak like the actual time, that's slow. So
see, obviously, football's Europe's the heart.
Go on, mate.
Europe's like the heart of football, and you're not going to get the best weather unless you're like in Greece
or Spain or somewhere. Yeah.
Crazy,
the best thing that came out of Birmingham was Barry Taylor for Weasley, and apparently he wasn't even a real dummy.
No, he was a black country.
Like it's like if you're playing the Middle East, like that'd be just as bad as anything because you're playing like 40-degree weather, and it's like 15-minute water breaks. This is why I'm not a fan of the World Cup next year because.
Well, there's plenty more reasons than that, though, Ryan, to be not a fan of it. But yeah,
reason they move it to December because it's too hot in the damn summer.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it fucking sunny all the time. Like I like fucking living in Ireland and England and fucking stuff like that. Like I don't live in England.
Yeah, same. I like winters here too. It's easy to sleep in cold weather.
Yeah, totally agree. If you want to go to London, just get an EasyJet or Ryanair flight. Do you know what I mean? It's only an hour.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, John, all these players have private jets nowadays. Like, what are they complaining about?
Exactly.
Jeff Hendrick's got a hang glider.
Yeah. Good links to go to London. But you know what I mean? But what can you say? I've got Dwight Gale saying that Graham Jones has been the CM since he got an England call. That's according to Dwight Gale. If that is true, that doesn't look good, doesn't it? Something bad.
It's a bit rich from Dwight Gale saying it, wasn't it? I mean, he's never been the same for before yet.
Dwight Gale's too unknown on our team to come out and say something like that.
Nah.
I don't believe that.
If it's true, then that's not good. That's not good at all. I got Captain Tino joined Newcastle because Keegan told him Newcastle's next to London. And he felt, but Rodney likes Robinho wanted to go to Manchester because of money, of course. London's a shithole. Maybe even John, Billy, and everyone in the chat. I'm good. Paul, how are you, mate? Are we okay? I've got Gabby wouldn't be a decent championship player in this day and age. Brentford wouldn't want him. That's the thing.
That's right.
Totally agree. Well said. And I've got Leah. Someone paid you 60k a week. You live in bloody Pennywell. No, thank you. Got 49 watching live, by the way.
Where's Pennywell?
Pennywell's from Sunderland.
It's the worst bit of Sunderland. among some stiff competition, let's say. Even the arms of the chairs and the pubs have got tattoos on them.
Wow. I was just go drive from Pennywell and just drive out as quickly and speedy as possible. In fact, I used to deliver in Sunderland, deliveries and that sort of thing. I just couldn't wait to get away from the place. Let's be real. And I'll go back to George Gaines. Robert could have played anywhere, but he came to us. Exactly. Man, you wanted him as well, by the way, but he chose us. London's a massive sell. One of the best cities in the world. Let's look at this from a non-biased way. That's from Ryan. Don't get us on pass on London's fine, but London's not be and end all. I fell because of that, but that's from Ryan. Wouldn't want to live in London though. That's fair enough. Evening, lads. Does everyone forget Newcastle actually at an airport? Exactly.
I'll be there in the morning.
Good for you. Have a good flight over them, my guy. Sports players should try to play the football in a place like the Faroe Islands. They'll learn a thing or two. Correct. We all fell through. That's part of human nature. I'll find this quickly for the next topic. Kieran Clark, Isaac, and Jeff Hendrick is a dirty, and I'm not going to say that. The money got to London, so we need to have a good sell. Wives are telling players London use Eddie. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, their wives. Roy Keane made a good point before. He said, if you get a wife telling you what to do, move and there sort of thing, you're weak. and he's
Now
absolutely
you divorced them.
Yeah.
If that's what they tell you what to do.
weak. Because someone was joined Man U, then he said that, or he'd rather go to
Brentford.
yeah, and then Roy could just call him weak, and quite rightly so. And I've got
That's modern day players for you, to be honest.
exactly.
But they're making out like the likes of Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, Leeds. They're cosmopolitan cities themselves. They're massive cities with great shopping things and great social areas to go to.
Yeah,
It's not like it's Royston Vasey or somewhere. They're massive cosmopolitan cities.
Royston
Exactly.
Vasey, Sunderland really shouldn't have.
Totally agree. Not wrong there. I mean, Manchester's a lovely city. Manchester's a beautiful city to go to. Let's be real. Mad city. Beautiful. I've got General Opinion said he's happy to join Chelsea, so no doubt he probably thought he was going to London.
Fabinho thought he was going to Manchester United. That's why he signed from. He didn't understand it when they gave him sky blue shirts for the first game. He thought he was at Man United.
Yeah.
They must have thought he was
I've heard so
club
many of these stories. I've heard so many stories of these managers convincing players to come to clubs, but like the reasoning behind it is like the most stupid thing, but it works.
It does work, but oh man, you know what it is, right? I mean,
Nowadays it's the agents that have pulling power over players.
that's very true. It's the agents in. They control
And if that's
things.
the case, it's all about the money and who's going to offer the most money. Clearly, the richest club in the world.
You watch these documentaries, and now like all I see is that like whenever there's an issue with a player, it's got to be some agent. Like in Sunderland Until I Die, I think I forget that the guy that went from Bordeaux to Fulham, Josh something. Yeah,
Madja.
I remember they wanted to keep him on, but like his agent was like being like all stubborn and shit with the club. And like Sunderland was like all the execs were saying that like people like his agent are a big problem nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, agents are on the roost at the end of the day. But I've got to comment out on agents and that in a minute. I'll finalize his comments quickly. John, whereabouts in Sunderland do you used to live? I never lived in Sunderland. I delivered in Sunderland, but I never used to live in Sunderland, mate.
You delivered on pipe?
No, delivering parcels and that as well. So
I thought you were delivering pipe and all that, like, but
yeah.
Well, you deliver lamb, chicken, and fish.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Even if you weren't even too blind, hope you're okay, mate. Please don't give time to a plug who underachieved as a footballer, aka Gabby or Gobby, but they managed to get 3 women pregnant at the same time. Very sensible man.
That's some feat. 3 women at the same time.
Apparently so.
Jeez.
That sounds like a
But
headache.
he was chucking his salt and vinegar around him willy-nilly, weren't he?
Exactly. That's not good. Terrible, man. And then he goes and tells us that no one will live in Newcastle. Okay. Ryan knows what players' wives are seeing. Is he phoning taping them? Tapping them. Now I've got Marty as well. Please subscribe to my channel, Marty. It's your first time on my channel. The best players in the world goes to Manchester, but none will go to Newcastle. Absolute nonsense. You're right. I honestly can't stand London. It's full of self-entitled pricks. Thinks they are better than everyone else, American wannabes. Then I've got Abdullah as well. Welcome to me channel, mate. Hey guys, what Adam Crafton said about BBC MBS? I don't really want to.
That don't say guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
It doesn't say guys.
One of the questions is, in this politics, we do not want to talk about politics on my channel. Thank you very much indeed.
I don't know if that's politics, like. Judging by them words that he was using, I don't think that's politics.
No, definitely not.
What was that one back there? Go back to
Crying on Netflix.
Fuck's sake.
Nah, I'll be in that. Location when it agrees on deals. Yeah, it's like you go to Italy. It's not so I'll go to Italy because I'll play in Rome because it's the capital city, city of Italy, right? Listen, it's lovely cities in Italy. You got Milan, Florence, Bologna, Naples. Yeah, come on.
Did you see any Naples over there, did you?
I've been in Naples before, but I've been in Rome for a week. So Naples is a nice city. There's a port.
I've seen John. I've seen plenty of Naples before. I mean Naples before, so I'm alright.
Yay! I know what it is, right? I mean, I tell you that last I gave a hug to in Coliseum. Right? Oh my God, American! She is so nip. Absolutely.
Is she still walking properly?
Say again?
Is she still walking properly?
Yeah. Oh, I love it, man. Listen, that's a channel for another day. Don't think
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. We'll see. Don't be
I'm at work, so
funny. Great crack, lads. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for coming on, my guy. And I've got you're going to use to deliver coke in Sunday. No, I didn't know. Move on from that one. Thank you very much. To be fair, Newcastle close to London. That's in Jersey. Money is a genuine thing too. Man City went from championship players to world stars. Have some abs. I totally agree. This will be in the same position as Man City in future years. And I've got return those donations, John, if you're born in Sunderland. Definitely not, mate. I was born in Bristol. Julie Atkins. It's just here, mate. Hope you are good. I mean, Sunderland is a team I cannot stand. I cannot stand Sunderland, right? I mean, it's like Arsenal. Cannot stand Spurs. That team, I tell you what, I'd rather support Bianca Westwood's first 11 than Sunderland.
Well, I bet you would. I bet you wish you win that 11 as well, don't you?
Exactly. I mean, Napoli 2 up, while Zelinski, Mertens, and Dries Mertens.
You wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind doing an out header in her box, would you?
Oh my God!
I bet she's good with ball. I bet she's got good ball control, like.
I was about to say that.
Well, mind you, she does lots of dribble afterwards.
Nip controls. I mean, it's just a
bit of dribble at the
end.
She's got 99 stamina.
Yeah, man. That's a joining Spurs because they thought his mum, who they bet he wishes he joined to Alex. I tell you what, I'm not going to lie. He should have gone to Man U. If he's going to leave Newcastle, he should have joined United, by the way, without question of doubt. So I've got Joel. I wonder not attract players to Manchester and Liverpool because it's certainly not the area that they live in. That's
I was in Manchester before. I thought it was a shithole. I didn't like it.
Not me. Not exactly Liverpool, Man United. That is the thing. Man City are the best club in Manchester thanks to their money. And I've got Leeds. Back in the day, always had some decent players as well. Of course, they did. Just kidding, John, mate. Thank you, Ryan. I knew you. I mean, end of the
John,
day,
I heard Osimhen's out for a few months for Napoli.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's got a bad injury, minimum 3 months as well. Facial injury, and that's a massive miss for Napoli anyway. But who needs him tonight? Because Dries Mertens got a second goal to make it 2-0 to Napoli.
Mamma mia.
So,
the thing is, people talk about like Haaland being and Mbappe like the next big strikers, but like in a year or two, people will be talking about like Victor Osimhen more and like Jonathan David and Joao Felix too.
Either will be at Newcastle now.
I take that all day long. I mean, he is a fantastic player. He's quick in the line. He's quick.
I'll tell you something else I've noticed on Twitter. The Sun's survey about the Somalis fans.
Obviously, I haven't been to Sunderland, have I?
The what fans?
Newcastle top of the table, 6-7% of the fans are smelly.
Oh,
just ahead of West Ham.
Obviously, haven't been to Sunderland, have they?
What about the Stevenage fans with that kebab?
Oh man, I like this quick. This comes quick and fast. I'm thick and fast. If you don't like the city, the coastline is lovely. We have everything here. Quayside, lovely coastline, airport. Shouldn't call the city until you live there. Well said, Rosalind. Well said.
Best looking women in England as well.
Exactly. Beautiful. Continuously done a U-turn when it comes to signing for us. We shall see. The players don't actually live in Manchester or Liverpool. They'll all build hideous mock mansions in Cheshire.
That's right. Southport, for Liverpool players, yeah, they go to live in Southport, don't they, around there?
Exactly. Chiro Hum as well. And Lee Taylor said, my mate Antonio. Antonio.
Hello, ladies.
Antonio. I'm not going to really use that, but during the time of it, that's not true. Not true. Antonio. What about you? About
hello, ladies. I can't do your accent.
No, don't say I'm not going to say
Hello, ladies.
CC was a payday. Look, John knows all about those good-looking lasses. Yeah, what can I say?
John, I bet tomorrow night you're just sitting there on the mic with a towel on. You do like Val Venus, hello, ladies, with his towel.
Are you sure? I'm not doing it.
Now, John just going off to trillions for a few. Get a few of the rocker boards.
John, you told me you've got a blood doll of Bianca anyways, because you do Strictly with her.
Oh man, very good. Oh man, I tell you what, she's so medic. But
John, she looked like Iggy Pop, man.
Say again, Sam?
She looked like Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop.
She did. You didn't shout that top for one day.
What, the American lass?
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the American lass?
I thought it was Iggy Pop.
Yeah, the one in our own room.
Yeah, I thought you had your thumb somewhere you weren't meant to.
What about that Brighton fan from Paul's channel?
She was well pretty, didn't she?
Yeah.
I know Chip was into her.
Hey, if I see a nice look woman, I'll tell them. Simple as that. But I'm single, I can do what I want. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Told me.
Oh, no, I don't know what to trick me. I saw you booked 20 staces yesterday. Jonathan Strickland come dancing last night. I thought, what's going on?
Tell you what, it was a good show last night. I really enjoyed it.
No.
Anyway, Katrina still don't want to come join us, but his agent wants us to wonder what percentage this agent gets. I wonder if this is my order as his agent. I don't know. Probably not. I don't go watch from home. Don't include me on that stat I took last on Ryan. And yeah, it's just Tuesday. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm going to go and do the score predictions, guys, for the wrap up, by the way, because I've been here for an hour and 10 minutes, sort of thing. So I just thought to check that as well. Cheers, John, were you watching 900? Nah. Straight to the point, cut the cheers, and just go from there. Anyway, I'm going to start with you. I mean, on Tuesday, what do you think the score's going to be on Newcastle and Norwich? Must-win game.
3-1 Newcastle.
3-1? Even Morgan said 3-1 as well, by the way. Go on, Billy.
I'll say 4-1.
4-1. I hope you're right, kid. I really do hope you're right. And I'm going to go with you, Dublin.
4-2.
4-2. And Robert Ryan, what do you think the score's going to be, mate?
4-2.
4-2.
Newcastle.
I say it's going to be 2-1 to us. And Norwich will score, but I think it's going to be 2-1 to Newcastle. I think we'll score in the 90th minute and to win the game.
I could see this game being like the one during the Steve McLaren era where we scored. Well, it'll be 4. Like, I think it'll be 4, but it'll like 6. We're like, it was our first win of the season. Of course, it's later on this season, but like, we need to win this game, and we need it now.
We do. And also, we need to start very, very well, because if we don't, I mean, actually, now it's Corbin give us a real goal. But the bottom line is, one thing I'm going to say, we have got to keep that defence tight. If we don't keep the defence tight, we are going to be in serious, serious bother. You know what I mean? But I don't expect that to be. I think it'll be fine.
An early goal will help us. If we get an early goal, I think they'll capitulate Norwich. They're pretty soft-centred, let's be honest. If we get an early goal, I think we'll go take them to the cleaners, honestly.
I think Eddie Howe should definitely do that first. And I want to see the 4-4-1 or 4-4-1-1, and I noticed recently too that like since the Chelsea game, it was Manquillo at right back. Or no, at Brighton, it started off at Brighton. Murphy as like a right back, wing back. Next game at Chelsea, Manquillo. Next game, Brentford, it's Murphy. So we got to stop chopping and changing. The whole point of a defense, too, is to not change it up all the time. I know it's crap, but like,
I think he's trying to find his best defense, though.
yeah, and now should be the opportunity where Jamal Lewis finally plays and he stays as a left back because I am so fucking glad.
Yeah,
I agree with him.
I agree with him 200% there. 200%. And that's the thing. Make it a settled team and just go from there. I've got 1-0, 2-1-0, 2-1 to Newcastle. ASM wasn't the score for them. I don't dare we got 2 each. Just going 2 each, by the way. And I got cheers there. John, read my comment and goes, yeah, cheers, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, mate. Way too bad yet, my ego. I don't get it, but
No,
yeah.
mate.
Never mind.
I tell you what, will be a plus for us as well. And hopefully it's going to be sooner rather than later. Is getting Paul Dummett back, because that'll be a great asset to our back 3, 5, whatever.
Yeah, because he can do centre back as well as do left back.
Me too.
We should only be.
We need
You're breaking up me.
Backs too.
Why are you doing it like that? You keep breaking up.
I said if Dummett and Char are fit, then I'm okay with 5 at the back and with proper wing backs. Other than that, no thanks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Well, obviously a 4-4-1-1. Dean Smith has a decent record against Newcastle. He does, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's always been in charge of better teams than the one he's in charge of now, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And don't worry, there's 4 horsemen to Marnie. That should be a fantastic show. Pookie can hit a barn door from 2 inches away, not a struggle for goals. And I got you as well. Yeah, we're going to get the one back. I'll go further into comments very quickly before we wrap up. Go to John's player ratings at 52 minutes and 10 seconds, and you found that John did swear.
Did you?
Why don't you swear, John?
I apologise. It's just a phone rang and because everyone struggles to tell you about us. 2-1 to Norwich, Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, blocked.
Fair dues. If that's you think it's going to be 2-1, cool. Eddie's best defence does not play for NUFC.
Yeah, probably right.
Facebook, LinkedIn, John, special mention. Thanks a lot, Paul, as you always. Pressure too much for the team, I hope not. Then 2-1 to Newcastle, St Thomas. 2-0 to the Toon for Cheshire. I'm reading to you, my guy. I'm reading to you. Great show. Thanks, Jules. The crowd might be enough for us to win. Excuse me.
No, it will be. It will be.
So let's go. Listen, guys, thanks for coming on anyway. I really appreciate you coming on again. I know it's an early one on Sunday. Do you think Sundays is better first, do you think?
It's up to you if you want. It's up to you. Yeah.
I don't mind I don't mind doing on Sundays, you know.
I don't mind either. At least I'm not at work on a Sunday night.
Yeah, that's fine. And then in the week sort of thing, we do what we want, what you have to do sort of thing. Because I'm on the Paul's football show on Wednesday, European sort of thing. So I feel like that I eat on the European front as well. I think I did okay. And it's just fun. And we just come out very quick, so I think it's really not to. Great show. Thanks a lot, Cruz. Come on, being enough for us to win. Never heard a word but agree. Klaus won't play. That's the excellent stream, John. Thank you very much. Take care, have fun, and have a great night. And you as well, Jules, and everyone as well. Boxing Day is on a Sunday. Could there be a special fortune show on the Boxing Day? You just never know.
Well, we play on the Monday. We play Man United on the Monday on the 27th. It's their Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Just saying, Napoli's gone 3-0 up again. Dries Mertens has got a second goal of the game. Who needs Osimhen?
Get your Napoli's out for the lads.
I'll tell you what, they'll be top of the table in the league, and Milan lost today by 3-1, quite surprisingly. So, 5 minutes very quickly. So, to take who's mate. Thanks to our supporters who were there on Tuesday, our first win. That's from Brian. I'd love to be there, but unfortunately, it's in the week. Great show, everyone. See you on Paul's channel in 10 minutes' time. Is it 10 minutes' time?
Yeah, half past.
Oh, is he doing fans form as well? Or is he doing like a match
He's
reaction?
just doing his match preview for Tuesday.
Of course.
Because obviously he's not doing the Forceman the most, so he can't do it.
I could finally go on his fan forums because I'm off on Wednesdays. I haven't been on in a few weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're a good laugh.
I've been there since day one.
Especially when people text each other, call them dirty bitches. I mean, yeah, it's a great laugh.
Yeah.
Me and Sam have been on that fan forum since day one.
I'm aging for it. I think I've got more grey hairs been on it. So
yeah, dirty bitch.
Can't see a nice thing up on Tuesday. Take care, Sweden. And here we go. Here he goes. Talking about Serie A. I was just going to just it, and don't wrestle too many big white sharks. So lads, and just over the emoji as well. And I got muggles. I've already poured my beer into a wine glass. What like that? Serious quick epistle C. There you go. Listen, guys, thanks for coming on, yeah? And we got to do it again on a Sunday, sort of thing. I think it'll be a good day for it as well, which I think is more relaxing. So I'll see you back tomorrow for the press conference reaction around about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then I'll be straight on the Horseman Show. And I should be, I'm going to go around the table. What are you doing, Billy? Obviously, the form should show you got any other chance to do this week, mate?
Yeah, I've got an interview with Robert McIntyre tomorrow, the Scottish golfer who's played in the Masters last year on the sweet spot. That precedes the Four Horsemen that you'll be part of. And Premier League roundup on Tuesday. And so what happens after that, I don't know. And watch along. We've got a watch along Tuesday as well, but I didn't want to mention that because you're doing one as well, aren't you?
I've got plenty on as well, Phil. I mean, I'll be on the press conference reaction tomorrow, see what Eddie Howe has to say on the Horseman Show tomorrow, your channel. Paul's hosting it. Tuesday.
How do you still have time for Bianca? Like, if you're doing all these shows, she must be desperate, man.
Think about poor old Subo.
Yeah, poor old Subo is stuck in the cupboard.
She's stuck to the floor doing the split. She is.
Hey! So, bless ya.
I dreamed a dream of diamonds gone.
Bless ya. Well, go on, guys. Listen, well, thanks for coming on. I'm not going to go out Bianca on here, but listen, you do that tomorrow. Guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining and watching our channel. And if you do like our channel, please smash the like, subscribe if you're new. And also, please leave a comment section down below. I will try to reply back, just haven't had a chance to do it. But I've just got two more things to Jules and John. Just have plenty on to send me on for Bianca. We leave it as that. So thanks so much indeed for coming on. And which is brilliant. You're going to come back on next week, guys?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I might have to try and make it on with my phone, but I haven't tried that because I'll be over in the tune next week.
Oh, of course, then. Fair enough. And also doing the two watch-alongs as well, which is on a Tuesday and on a Saturday. I'm buck up Newcastle against Burnley on Saturday, so that'd be fantastic. So just the one, guys. I've got Thomas as well. Cheers, everyone. See you on Tuesday. We will do, man. But guys, thanks for joining, and I shall see you guys soon.
See ya.
See ya.